Hello and welcome to today's edition of Paper Crafting with Tracy. Today's tutorial is going to be a fun fold swing card. This is an example of one that I've done for Valentine's Day. Okay, just make sure that the glare isn't quite too much there for you. And when you open it up, we've got this beautiful little swing action happening. So you can see there's a swing there. So I'm not going to actually make this design. I'm going to use with other paper today because I didn't need another Valentine's Day card. So we'll just move that one out of the way. So the first thing you're going to need is your card base, which is a piece of 6" by 12" piece of paper. And you want to score landscape at the 6" mark. Then on one of the sides here, you want to cut out a 4" square out of the center. So basically you're leaving a 1" border all the way around. Okay, using the same color as your base, and when you cut out that square, keep it because you're going to need it. And I'll just move that off to the side. Then you're also going to cut of the same color a piece of 5½ by 8 3/8" piece of paper, and you're going to score it at the 2½ and the 5" mark. You're also going to need 2 pieces of 3/4" by 5", and you're going to score it at the halfway mark landscape at 2½ Okay, and I will make sure all these measurements are on the video as well. Okay, so we're going to start, actually before we even do that, you're also going to take a piece of DSP, and I'm going to be using the Sand Sea suite today. Okay, so just to give you an idea, here's the Sand Sea suite. Okay, there's some examples in the catalog. This is in our January to June mini catalog, and here is some of the products that are involved. And you can see this lovely DSP down here, which I'm going to be using some. And I'll just show you a couple pages from that. So there's the one that we're doing, this one here, and they are double-sided, so there is kind of a mottled blue on the back. There's different colors in this one. They come in yellow and then a lovely kind of a rainbow color in the back. Okay, and then one of my favorite is this one. Okay, but you can see some of the other designs in here. Okay, another one with sand dollars. Okay, so just beautiful paper. Okay, so when you cut out a piece of DSP, you're going to cut out a 5 3/4" square, and you're going to cut out again a 4" square out of the middle, which leaves a 7/8 border all the way around. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount this right around there. So we'll just take some of my Stampin' Seal here. There we go. And you just want, like I said, it matches perfectly. So I just line it up with the top one. And then bring it down. Okay, and that's your for the front of your card. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to make the swing action. So you've got your 2 pieces of 3/4" by 5", and I'm using crumb cake, and you want to score it at the 2½, so make sure you burnish it there. Okay. And what's going to happen with these is we're going to put these right here. Okay, so that the end here, I don't know if you can see that there, the end of your piece, your hinge here, lines up with the score line. Okay, so all you want to do is put some tape on one of those and line it up perfectly here. You don't want to leave too much of a border because your fold on the inside piece, is not going to have as large of a border. Okay, and you're just going to repeat this on the other side of your window. Okay, so again, just line up to the score line, which is the inner fold, and that's all you have. Okay, and then you can fold those over. And now what's going to happen, you're going to take this inside piece, and you've got it scored at 2.5 and 5 inch. So what you want to do at the 5 inch one is you want to fold it over completely. Okay, and I'll just burnish, I don't have my bone folder. And then you're going to fold it back on the other score line. Just like so. So what you should end up is this kind of a design. Okay, so what's going to end up happening is this is going to lay right there. So this 2.5 each section, half-inch section here will line up perfectly with the other half of the hinge, like so. And then it will lay down perfectly. So all you're going to do is, again, put tape on each of those. And then I'll just line it up this way so I can see. I'm just going to line these up. So your score line here should match up perfectly with the score line in the center of your card. Oops. My hinge ended up being a little bit crooked there. Just angle it in. Okay, just like so. So now you've got that part of the hinge. So now all we're going to do is we're going to put tape on the back of this one. And then you're just, turn it back around the proper way, going to lay it down flat. Okay, just like so. And now, when you close your card, of course I didn't burnish my inner fold. There we have it. Okay. Just like so. Oops. I have some extra glue here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. I could feel it sticking. Okay, and I've got a little bit of an extra. Something's not quite sticking right. Oh, and I see where it is this inner one is a little crooked. So with the Stampin' Seal, fortunately, you can peel it off. Okay, so all I'm going to do is make sure these are folded down. And we'll stick it on there again. And there we go. Now that sits better. Okay. Now we're going to decorate it. So we'll start on the inside here. And what I've got is some balmy blue with some DSP. So I'm just going to line those up there and mat those right here. So I will start with that first. Just put that aside here. And line up your matting. And I'll do the same with the other one. And now I will adhere these to my card base. So these are going on the 2 spots here. So I will just line that up, and they will be the exact same height, but there'll be a tiny bit of a border on the sides. Okay, so again on this one, as I said, it's the same height as the crumb cake. There we go. And now I'm going to do this one here. So this time I've still got the Balmy Blue, but I've just got some Whisper White. So before I adhere that, I'm going to do my stamping. Okay, and all I want to do on there is I think I want to just put from the stamp set. So we've got our friends are like seashells. So I think all I'm going to do is maybe take a seashell. And I think I'll use soft suede for my seashell. And now this is quite dark, so I'm just going to off stamp here and then stick that in my, just like so. Okay, and let's see, what saying shall I put in there? I think I'll do wishing you the very best. So I'll just get another block here. And I think I will do it in Memento or the black ink. Just trying to get it to adhere straight to my block. It's the problem with these little narrow stamps is they're hard sometimes to get crooked. Okay, I didn't choose the best block. I should have chose a bigger one, but it'll work. There we go. So I'm just going to put this aside. And I will now mount this to my matting. So you can adapt this card in many ways. I've seen this card with larger opening or with smaller openings. I specifically did this one in this size because for my first example, I wanted one big enough to take in that die cut. Okay, from the Valentine's suite that's also in the card or in the catalog. And now I will mount this here. So again, it's the same height. And it should line up with the edge of that DSP there. So the inside is done. And now we will do the outside. Okay, mine's still not quite sitting properly here. So I'll just unpeel that for a moment. Oh, I see what the problem is. I made it a smidgen too long. That's what's making it so it's not sitting right. So I didn't quite line it up. There we go. My center fold wasn't quite lined up. So I've just lined it up now. Okay, and now I can get these to lay there. It'll lay flat now. I just, because it's been on and off here a couple times. I just gotta make sure my folds are okay. There we go. And now it lays flat. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to take the center square, and I'm going to dress that one up. So I've got, again, my balmy blue, and I've got some white, and I'm going to stamp this one first. So I've got the stamp from the Friends Like Seashells. Okay, friends are like seashells, you collect them along the way. So we'll just get some Memento Black on there, like so. There we go. And then I'm going to die cut out maybe a starfish. I'll try a couple different things, but I'm going to mount this first. And actually, before I do that, I think I want to edge it a little bit. Okay, and I think I'll use some of Blushing Bride. So let me just to give it a little bit of extra depth here. There we go. And now we'll mat this. So I'm double matting the center one. I'm going to stick that here. And then I'll mount that on my 4-inch square crumb cake that came out of the center of your card. Okay, like so. And now I'm going to stick that on there. So all you're going to do is just put some tape down in the center there because it fits perfectly in the center of your card. Okay, so you stick that in the hole and then it swings open like so. Okay, now I'm just going to finish embellishing that a little bit. So let's see, I've got maybe a sand dollar, and I've already done maybe a twig. Like so. Actually, I might even just put the starfish down here. Okay, so we'll get some tape on there. And normally I would use glue, but I don't have it handy at the moment. So I'll just put some tape on there. And actually, what I'm going to do, save myself some grief with this little one. So I put quite a bit of tape on the back there, and I'm actually going to stick there we go. And now I'll attach that in there. And I think I will put this one in the corner. And again, normally I would use glue, but I am not actually in my craft room at the moment. I'm on location, so I will make do with what I've got. So I'll stick that down in that corner like so. And then we open it up. And that's our Fun Fold swing card. Okay, same as this one here. So I hope you've enjoyed today's edition of Paper Crafting with Tracy. I hope you subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on more tutorials, and happy stamping!